it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Johnson. He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third. And
the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
On the pickup, it's second and 8.
It's Mark Ingram. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Zach Cunningham on the
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Third down, Mark Ingram. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. 6 yards there. First down, Baltimore.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Tuck it and run. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Off the bootleg. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Out to his left. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Texans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Stills had it, but couldn't hang on. And it's 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Watson. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of 3rd-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he goes goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jackson now, off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down, Baltimore.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. In 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Jackson on first down, and his pass incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Good position to be in here. 2nd and inches. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And all the way down to the 26. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 38-yard line.
To the ground, this time with Ingram. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Baltimore.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Jackson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
A gain of 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Ravens.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take. The ball comes out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And again, it's Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to really commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun, and that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Well, nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go with Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Watson. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it's 3rd and short.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 7-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Running this with a wide receiver, Fuller. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Rosas' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they get him down, but not before before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you look back